Hi, and welcome to this special masterclass, the Financial Intelligence Masterclass, where we want to talk about some issues about money, provide you with some strategies about how to make money, how to keep money, how to multiply money. This is a topic that a lot of people have requested us to provide some thoughts on, and we did a pilot version of it around last year, and we have condensed the production or the content, and so we want to find out how we can make that helpful for you so that you can really apply some strategies to your life and take your life to the next level. So welcome to the stream today. We're talking about money today. All right, how do you make it? How do you keep it? How do you multiply it? Because all of us want to make money. All of us want to achieve financial freedom. But what does it take to actually achieve financial freedom? What does it take to actually reach the point where you walk into shop and pick things without looking at the price? How do you get to that point where you don't buy things because of the price, but you buy things because that is what you want, and that is what will give you the peace of mind that you want as an individual. And all of that means that you must understand the money game. You must understand the rule game. I say this always to people. It is not just about how much money you make every month. It is about how much money you keep, and most importantly, how much of your money is working for you. Because until you are able to make money in your sleep, you cannot achieve financial independence. Until you are able to make money without you being there, you cannot achieve your dream life and be able to live any of your dream ambition or any of your dreams or your ambitions. Why is this important? Because you see, you don't have a lot of time at your disposal. In other words, we have only 24 hours. On the average, you can be effective for whatever, maybe 6 hours or 7 hours. That alone cannot make you achieve financial independence. That alone cannot make you achieve your financial goals. And so on the masterclass today, and in this particular live stream today, what we want to do is to provide you with some blueprint, share with you first the mindsets that you have to have about money. Number two, share with you how you can make some money, share with you how you can keep the money that you make, because people make a lot of money but they keep less amount of money. But most importantly, to share with you how you can multiply that money. How can you make your money work for you? I see some of you guys joining. You are welcome. It's a special masterclass that we are doing today. If there are any questions you have, put it in the comment section for me. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below with any questions you have about money. What are your financial goals? Let me know in the comment section. What are the questions about money that you would want to really take some answers, or that you are looking for some answers for? That is what we want to get ourselves into today, and we want to provide you with some blueprints on how you can know the rules about money and know how to position yourself so you can become successful. My goal is you achieve financial independence, but you cannot achieve that financial independence without having knowledge about money. And that is why this financial intelligence masterclass is here, to help you to gather some knowledge and help you to really take your money game to the next level. Now, just a few things I want to share with you quickly. A quick disclaimer: note that what I'm sharing with you today is based on things that I have gathered, implemented in my own life, practical knowledge. It is important for you to understand that I am not a certified financial advisor, neither. And so it is important that whatever move that you are going to be making financially, it's important that you go behind the scene and look for some other things and make sure you are making the right decision. What I'm sharing with you today is what has worked for me, what has worked for the best of the best in the industry. And so you want to make sure that you educate yourself anytime you are receiving advice about money. So let's begin the discussion. The big question we need to ask ourselves is, what is money? That is the first question we want to ask ourselves. What is money? Everybody wants to make money. Everyone wants to achieve financial independence. But the question we ask ourselves is, what is money? What is it? When we say money, what is it? Yeah, many people have some definitions for money. They are like, yeah, money helps you to be able to, pay for your bills. Yeah, that is true. Some people will say that, oh, money helps you so that people will not take advantage of you. Yeah, that is true. Some people say that, yeah, money helps you to fuel your dreams so you can achieve your goals, you can achieve your aspirations. Yes, that is all true. In all these, we can put it together into a few pointers. So, in my opinion, number one, money is a tool. Now, it is important you understand that the wealthy, the rich, the successful people do not see money as the way poor people see money. And it is very important you really go with me on the stream today and you really stay with me here, because this is going to really shape the way you think about money, and I'm going to be challenging a lot of thoughts for you. And so, number one, money is a tool. What does that mean? It means that it aids in accomplishing a task. So whatever it is that you want to do, money helps you to be able to accomplish that task. You want to go to get an education, you need money to pay for that. So it is a tool that helps to accomplish a task. Another thing is that money is the key. That is access to a blissful life and meaningful life. So money is a key. There are doors that will never be open to you. There are opportunities that will never come to your way until you have money. There are certain life experiences that you can never have until you have some money. So money is a key. Then, number three, money is a defense. That is living a peaceful life without worrying about anything. You see, many people have stress. Many people are depressed. Many people cannot sleep. You know why? Because they are thinking about the bills. Hey, what am I going to eat? My rent is due. How am I going to get money to pay it? Hey, my children's school fees. How am I going to pay it? Oh, Christmas is here. What am I going to do? What am I going to give my wife? So they don't even have peace of mind. But money is a defense. It gives you that peace of mind. It shields you. It protects you from having certain experiences. That is why I say this all the time, that about 99% of the problems that everyone has, the root cause is money. Listen carefully. The root cause of 99.9% of the problems that people have is money. If your marriage is not going on well, yeah, we can say it depends on various things. Maybe you argue every time with your wife. Why are you arguing with your wife? Because probably you give her money and you thought that the money will be used for the whole week for your dinner or breakfast or whatever the heck. And in the middle of the week, she comes and say, honey, the money is done. Then you're like, oh, what do you think? You think what? I've given you money. You were supposed to look at the money. Then your wife says, honey, things have become too expensive. It's not my fault. It's not enough. Then you start nagging. Why are you nagging? Because you are broke. You are broke. Because if you have money, you don't nag about breakfast. You don't nag about lunch. Why should you be arguing about the fact that the money is not enough for dinner? So you realize that the root cause is because you're broke. You don't have a lot of money. So money acts as a defense. So money is a tool. It helps you to accomplish a lot of tasks. Money is a key. It gives you access to the life that you have always wanted and you were dreaming of. Money is a defense. It helps you so that you can live a peaceful life without worrying about anything. And certainly the fourth thing, money is a ruler who you can only be independent and not a slave to others when you have money. So money is a ruler. Money gives you independence. It gives you the opportunity to be able to do what you want, when you want, how you want it. There are some of you, tomorrow, you wish you wouldn't go to work. You wish you're not gonna go to work, but you gotta go. Why? Because if you don't go, how will you get that salary to finance the life that you were living? But money is the ruler. So, of all the things that we can talk about to define money, in my opinion, these are the 4 definitions that we can give to money. And that is how you have to see money. Don't attach any emotional feelings to money. See money as a tool. It helps you get things done. See money as a key. It gives you access. See money as a defense so you can have peace of mind and not be worried about things. See money as giving you the ability to be independent. You rule and determine how things go on in your life. In my opinion, that is what money is. And the wealthy, the rich, the super successful people, this is how they define money: as a tool, as a key, as a defense, and as a ruler. So, what do you think? Do you think this definition suits your view of money? Do you think this definition meets your definition of money? Let me know in the comment section. But you see, in order for us to really dive down the discussion, it's important we deal with some myths. Because anytime we talk about money, people are afraid of talking about money. Everyone wants money, but only a few people are willing to talk about it. And so it is important we deal with some myths of money. There are certain things that you have carried from your childhood, that you've picked from your parents, that you've picked from your society, that you've picked from your friends, that are ruining your mindset and your perspective of life. Remember, money is nothing but a spirit. And so the way you relate with money, the way you perceive it, the way you talk to it, it will determine whether you're going to have more of it or less of it. So what are some of the myths of money that we have to know about, and most importantly, that we have to get rid of? Number 1 is this: that money is the root of all evil. Yeah, I know somebody has told you that money is the root of all evil. No, money is not the root of all evil. Look at the good in the society. Money is the root of all good. Now, I don't know who came up with this, but it is something that has influenced a lot of people, that, oh, money is the root of all evil. I don't want to make a lot of money. Money is evil. Hey, don't make plenty money. Oh, it will turn you into something. Hey, money is the root of all evil. No, my friends, money is the root of all good. And the Bible says that there are a lot of scriptures about money in the Bible and how important it is in our life. But one of them stands out to me, and that is in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 19. Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 19. A feast is made for laughter, wine makes life merry, and money is the answer for everything. Yeah, I know some of you are going to come up, oh, money is not everything. Money is not everything. There are people who have money and they are struggling. There are people who have money and they are sick. How much do you have? That is the problem. Because money is a spirit. And so immediately you start repelling it. Oh, it's evil. Okay, if you say money is evil, then you will never have it. But if you see money as a tool, you see money as a key, you see money as a defense, you see money as a ruler, it's going to come. But if you see that money is the root of all evil, then it won't come to you, because money flows to where it can serve a purpose, not who wants it. So that is the first thing I want you to understand. Money is the root of all good. So in Ecclesiastes 10:19, a feast is made for laughter, Wine makes life merry, and money is the answer for everything. So that is myth number one. You got to get rid of it. Money is the root of all good. The problem you have right now, you need money to fix it. You pray to God, God, help me about this problem. Help me about this problem. At the end of the day, it is money that will solve it. It's money you need. So money is the root of all good. Yeah, I know you're going to have certain exceptions. Yeah, we're going to have certain situations. But money is not the root of all evil. Money is the root of all good. If you see money like that, it's going to flow to you because money is spirit. It's spirit. It's not just this paper that you see. Okay? It's not just this paper that you see. No. Yeah, this is the paper you see. Either a US dollar bill or a CD bill or whatever the heck bill that you have. It's the paper you see. But that paper is backed by a spirit. And if you see it as evil, if you see this $100 bill as evil, it is not going to come to you. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is the root of all good. If you have it, it gives you peace of mind. If you have it, you don't have to worry about things. If you have it, it allows you to even worship God well. Yeah. It gives you that peace of mind to be able to live the best life. And that is the first myth that I want you to get rid of if you really want to know about money and become successful. The second thing, and I hope you've heard about this, it says money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, we've heard this, money doesn't grow on trees, especially when we were children, right? You know, there's something and you decide to break up something, or you talk about something and the money is not enough. Oh, do you think that money grows on trees? Or maybe you give money to your spouse or your partner and she's like, it's not enough. Then you're like, what the heck, do you think money grows on trees? Yeah, money grows on trees if you plant the right tree. That's true. Money grows on tree if you sow the right seed. Because remember, as I told you in the introduction, that what is happening at the end of the day generally is that it's not just about, hey, I want money. It's not just about, I am working for money. It's about the way you're going to relate with the money, the way you see the money. When you say money doesn't grow on trees, you are repelling it. You may think, yeah, that is the wisest decision. It's a common thing that people say, but you are trying to limit yourself. It grows on trees if you plant the right seeds. And I'm going to share with you how you can plant the right seeds to help you get money flowing your way. I'm going to show you some strategies today. Number 3, money does not buy happiness. I hope you've heard this over and over again, okay? Broke people, it's quite amazing when I hear poor people talking. And let me tell you this. When I talk about poor people, I'm not talking about people who don't have money. Poverty is not lack of money. Poverty is lack of wisdom. Listen carefully. Poverty is not lack of money. Poverty is lack of wisdom. So you hear broke people. I don't know, but I have not seen any rich person really sitting down saying that money doesn't buy happiness. Because happiness is not something that you go and buy. Which store in the world do they sell happiness? Nobody is selling happiness. Happiness is moments. Okay? Your mother is sick. You are able to give money to her or pay for an operation. She is healed. That makes you happy. Your children are going to school. You give them all the things they need. You've paid their fees. There is a car that takes them to school and back. They are peaceful. That makes you happy. You take your partner to a restaurant and you look at the menu and you order what you want without looking at the price. Then you eat a good meal with the family and then you come back home. That is happiness. Happiness is in the moments. So if you sit there and say, oh, money doesn't buy happiness, then it is like you are living in a very delusional world. Because there is no store where happiness is sold. That is why I told you earlier, money is a tool. Money is a key. Money is a defense. Money is a ruler. So imagine that your children have been sacked for fees. Imagine that your wife needs money to do something. Imagine that you need to pay your rent. You need to pay for something urgently and you don't have money on you. Are you happy? When you don't have money on you, do you feel happy? You don't. You will realize that for the most times that you are truly happy is when there is money on you. It's when you do something good for others. It's when you eat a very good meal, you go to a restaurant or you go out with friends and everybody orders things and everybody is happy. That is how you are happy. And that is what money will make you. So if someone tells you money doesn't buy happiness, I don't know. Happiness is moments. Again, money is a spirit. So if you keep saying, oh, money doesn't buy happiness, you will continue to have misery in your life because you will never attract money, because you need that money so you can solve the problems, you can provide for the people around you, which will bring you the happiness. So don't let anybody deceive you. Money does bring happiness. If you can reduce the pain, you can reduce the stress, you can take care of your loved ones, you can provide for your family, you can provide for yourself. You don't have to be bothered about the light bill, the water bill, how can you sleep and wake up and be thinking about light bill and water bill? How can you sleep and wake up and be thinking about fuel prices? How? Tell me why you should be thinking about light bill, water bill, and fuel prices. How can you be happy? How can you pursue your dreams? How can you really achieve your goals? How can you really become successful as an individual if you wake up in the morning and you're thinking about light bill and water bill? Does that make you happy? It sucks life out of you. It takes out all the energy. So my friends, money, yes, does bring a lot of happiness in your life. It does bring a lot of happiness. So if you have it, it will really make you happy. Number 4 is this: money will change who you are. There are some people, they don't want money because they are afraid that money will change them. Listen to me. I love what my mentor Dan Locke said about this. He said that money will only amplify who you are, and if money changes you, then there is something wrong with you. Money doesn't change you, it only amplifies who you are. If you're a kind person at heart, more money will make you to do a lot of good. If you're a wicked person, more money will just make you do a lot of wicked stuff. Money doesn't change you. It only amplifies who you are. But you see, there is also another aspect of the discussion that you need to understand. When you get to a point in your life and you have money, you have attained some level of success, certainly you can't eat at the same place you were eating. Certainly you cannot drive the same car that other people are driving. Yeah, you wouldn't have the money and still be in the queue waiting for the trust key or download the Uber app and, trying to do Uber. No, you will have your car, right? You will have your car. So money is just going to amplify your personality. But your day-to-day activities, your day-to-day lifestyle will change. And this is why many people are afraid of money. But listen, money doesn't change you. It doesn't. Myth number 5. Money will cause you pain. Yeah, there are people who are afraid of money because they feel, hey, if I make a lot of money, it's going to cause me a lot of pain. Because they look at the rich people, the various things that they have to go through. Yeah, I get it. But it's a good problem to have. Because, when you make money to a certain level, your life is going to change. All right. You're going to be more careful about your privacy. You're going to be more careful about your security. There has to be bodyguards around you. That is life. And people are like, oh, I can't go through all of these things. Then don't complain about your miserable life. Don't complain about your miserable life. Why do you think your pastor has a bodyguard? Why do you think your pastor is driving, in some cases, bulletproof cars? Why do you think they have all of the security around them? It's part of it. It's part of the package. You cannot say, I want money, but I don't want the stress that comes with having the money. No, it's part of the package, bro. You start making money, you got to think about your privacy. You got to think about your security. It's just part of the package. But that is what you have to understand. Money will cause you pain. That myth, get rid of it. It is part of the package. Are you getting it? It's part of the package. It's like a woman in labor. A pregnant woman in labor. When she's about to deliver, she's gonna cry. And sometimes, insults. Kofi Papa Jimmy, I'm not gonna come here again. I'm not gonna come here again. Look at what you have caused me through. Look at what you have caused me. Look at what you caused me. She's going through the pain. But then the nurse is like, push. Yeah, I can see the head of the baby. Push. I can see he's coming. She's coming. Push. Push. Then she is screaming. She's wailing. She's insulting everybody. She's literally cursing everybody. Then the baby comes out and the baby cries. Then she receives the baby and all that pain is nowhere. So would you say, because of the pain of labor, you won't give birth? Is that what you say? No. It's part of the package. And as I was saying, sometimes the woman will be like, oh, I'm not going to come here again. Look at what you have caused me. I won't go through that pain again. Pretty soon they will be pregnant again. Pretty soon they are pregnant again. Why? Because that is the beauty of life. And that is the same thing you have to understand about money. You want it, it will come. But because you now have that money, there are certain experiences that you would have. It doesn't mean money is giving you the pain. It doesn't mean money is stressing you. It's part of the package. You got to decide, do you want the package or you don't want it? So that is myth number 5. That money will cause you pain. Listen, guys, money doesn't cause any pain. You just have to know that it is part of the package. If you get it like that it is part of the package, your life will be good. You will thank your stars. You won't see life to be that serious at the end of the day. And you speak to anybody who has given birth, 3 or 4 children. Ask them the first time. They said they won't go again. But after that, they went the second time. They went the third time. They went the 4th time. Because if you look at the pain and you look at the joy you have by bringing life, you forget the pain. That is the same thing about money. Number 6. Money will attract enemies and bad people. Yeah, this is linked to the pain. So there are some people, they don't want to get money because they are afraid. They say, oh, money will attract what? Enemies and bad people. Listen, it's part of the package. It's not everybody around you that wants you to be successful. It's not everyone around you that wants you to be wealthy, that wants you to be rich. That is the life. They may be laughing with you, they may be smiling with you, but if you rise to a certain level beyond their understanding or expectation, even they will come against you. And that is why the scripture says, a man's enemy shall be of his own household. And there is this saying in Chi that says that abua bibe kawa ifriwuntumemu. So a man's enemy shall be of his own household. You have to decide. So because you may have enemies, because you may have bad people, so you want to live a miserable life? You want to have a miserable, you want your children to be miserable? Don't you want the best for your children? Don't you want your children to drive the best cars? Don't you want your children to have peace of mind? Don't you want your children to live in a peaceful society, a peaceful environment? Don't you want that? It is part of the package. If you want the blessing, then you must be willing for the persecution. It's part of the package. It's not like, yeah, you choose one and get the other. That's all. It's part of the package. And the earlier you understand this, the better that you are going to be as an individual at the end of the day. And so these are 6 myths about money that you have to get rid of right now. If you are somebody who is thinking about making money. Money is the root of all good. Please, don't say that money is the root of all evil. Don't sit anywhere and say that, oh, money will bring pain into my life. Don't sit anywhere and say, oh, money doesn't buy happiness. Don't even joke with it. Don't play with it, because the more you say those things, the more you are shielding, you are pushing away money, because money is a spirit. Again, as I told you earlier, it's not about the city bill or the dollar bill. These papers you see here, that is not what money is. Money is a spirit. So the more you sit down and say, oh, money doesn't buy happiness, money doesn't buy happiness, oh, money is the root of all evil, the spirit of money is not going to come your way. And so the question we then have to ask ourselves is, okay, if these are the myths about money that we have to get rid of, how do we make it? So now that we've gotten rid of the myth about money, how do we make it? Remember, we have established that money is a tool. It gets things done. Money is a key, gives you access. Money is a defense. You deal with things without worrying about anything. Money is a ruler, makes you to be independent. And we've spoken also about the myth about money that you have to get rid of. The next thing is, how do you make it? How do you make it? So when it comes to making money, it is important we ask ourselves, what problems can we solve? Listen carefully. Money making is all about providing solution. That's all. Now, you will be paid based on the kind of problem that you are solving. Let me give you an example. If you are somebody who is going to polish someone's shoe, that's a low-key problem. So the way the person will pay you, you are just polishing their shoe. Yeah, they will pay you. You are solving a problem for them, and that's level 1. Or the person is busy, cannot drive themselves, and so they have a chauffeur. Okay, so if you are going to solve the solution of chauffeuring him or her around, that's another level of problem. Now, that is higher than being a shoe shine, because that problem is higher. Level 3, maybe the person cannot do laundry, a busy person, or cannot fix meal. And so the person is looking for somebody to fix meal for them. So you become a chef. So the degree of the problem determines how much you will be paid. There are many of you are like, oh, I work in this company. And I've worked in this company. Look at the salary they are paying me. The company is paying you the money they are paying you because that is what is commensurating for the problem you are solving for the company. If you want more money, then solve bigger problems for the company or for the market. That's all. That's all. So making money is about finding problems that you can provide solution for. And the higher the problem or the magnitude of the problem determines how much you can get paid for. So the question I want to ask you is this: what problems are you solving? You want more money? What is the problem you are solving for people? Ask yourself right now. Sit down and ask yourself, what problem are you solving? So maybe your salary is whatever the heck, 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, 2,000, 300 Ghana cedis. You are being paid that money because of the problem you are solving for the company. Why do you think the CEO of the company is paid more than anybody else, or the board chairman? Why do you think these big guys are paid more? Because they are solving bigger problems for the company. The question is, what problem are you solving? So the next time you try to ask for a raise at your workplace, you need to ask yourself, what problem am I solving? What solution am I providing to this company? And that is how you make money. Money making is not magic. It's not juju. It's all about providing solution in the marketplace. Now, let's dive a little deeper to this. So 5 stages of making money. Yes, on the overall, it's about providing solution to problems in the marketplace. But I've broken down that into 5 key steps that I want to share with you here. Number 1, the problem identification framework. Number 2, market analysis. So this is for people who want to become entrepreneurs. Number 3, skill acquisition and taking action. Number 4, service offering. Number 5, innovation and development. These are the 5 stages of making money. 5 stages. So that is why I said earlier that it's about problems and solutions. So you need to identify problems in the marketplace. Number 2, do a market analysis. What's the size of this problem? You can say, oh, I want to open a laundry in my neighborhood. Oh, I want to open provision shop in my neighborhood. It will help me to make some money. I will have the container there. Then I will employ a lady like that to take care of it. Yeah. What is the market size? Because many people put their money into things and they want more money, but they realize that the market is not there. So you thought you could do laundry, or you thought you could have a provision shop. Yes, you've established the provision, you've opened it, somebody is there, but the business is not going on. Why? Because you didn't do any market analysis. And so let's look at this. Number 1, the problem identification framework. How do you really identify some problems in the marketplace, gearing into somebody who you want to become an entrepreneur? Number 1, you examine your environment. What is really going on in the environment? You got to examine the environment. So if you look at your society, what problems do you see? What problems do you see? And again, this works when, even if you don't want to go into entrepreneurship, the company that you are working for, maybe currently you are the accountant, you are the finance manager, you are the office clerk, you are the secretary, you are the receptionist, but you want more money. Okay, so sit down. In this company, what are the headache? So although you were just a secretary, you were just an accounts clerk, you were just something. What's really the problem in the company? What is it that you hear the CEO, the MD, or the board chairman, like what do you hear people really complaining about in the organization? So even in your company, you can still identify problems. Not only that, sometimes you search online as well. And again, this is where some people suggest that like you can have a side gig where, you have some online job and other things. There are people online who are seeking assistance. All right. People are looking for people who can help them to do their assignments, do their project work, interpret scripts for them, put together manuscripts for them. You search online. There could be opportunities available. Then identify skills gap. Again, this is in your company. What is the skill gap? Again, there is a problem in your company that is not being solved yet because there are no skillful personnel to be able to provide solution to that. Then you step in, identify that skill gap, then you can train yourself and boom, get that. So that is the first level, the problem identification. Now, when you identify the problem, you need to do a market analysis. So again, you are just an account clerk in your company. Then you identify that the company is going through financial problem. And why? Because they are not able to sell a lot of their goods. So you are just an account clerk. You are not even in the marketing department, but this is a problem you identified. Or maybe there's a problem where the entity's cost is going up or increasing than it's supposed to be. You got to analyze, is this really a problem? Is it really a pain point? Or maybe you are just like, hey, I want to do another thing. I want to add something to my work. And so I want to do provision shop, or I want to have a laundry in my neighborhood, or before you get into it, you have to do a market analysis. Now, the market analysis is going to be telling you about the problem in the place, and most importantly, tell you about the size of the problem and whether there are people willing to pay for it. So imagine you think, oh, I live in, a class neighborhood. So, there are people here. I see cars. So maybe they would want their things to be, they want to take their things to the laundry. So, I've opened laundry. Then they will come and no. That's not how this thing works. You need to really undertake an analysis to identify the size of the market. There could be a problem, but maybe people are not willing to pay for it. Are you getting it? There could be a problem, but maybe people are not willing to pay for it. The third thing is skill acquisition and taking action. So let's say that again, you are just an account clerk of your company, but you realize that in the market, aside being an accountant or whatever the heck, there are issues about data scientists. There are issues in respect of online presence for companies. Okay. There are issues in respect of customer satisfaction, customer acquisition, customer relation, and other things. Okay. So you're just an account clerk. Okay, then what do you do? And you've done the analysis and realize, okay, this is a growing niche. It's a significant area. What do? You start acquiring the skill. You start broadening your horizon. You start learning about these things. If it is a degree, you get it. If it is a certificate program, you get it. If it is a workshop you have to attend, you get it. If it is a mentorship that you have to pay a mentor to teach you or to shadow somebody, you do it. That is the third stage, skill acquisition, and you take action. It is very important. And these days, online has made things very easy. You can literally learn everything online, on YouTube. Everything. Literally everything. Everything on YouTube. But if you want to take it to another level, then you have to be willing to pay the experts in the game to be able to then give you the blueprint, mentor you so you can get there as fast as possible. Because I always talk about mentorship. It's because mentorship is that which bridges the gap. Mentorship helps you to avoid the pitfalls. Mentorship helps you to avoid the mistakes and identify the red flags as early as possible and know how to handle challenges and throwbacks when they come. So skill acquisition and taking action. So it's not enough to say, I have identified an opportunity. This is the need in the marketplace. You need to acquire the skill required to solve that problem. You need to. Maybe, again, you've identified a problem that probably people want to buy things, but you don't have the money to buy the things and be selling. Okay, so acquire a skill where you can do what we call drop shipping, where you are just the middleman. So you're going to be creating a system where you are just the middleman. So you create a platform on your status, on your social media handle. Then you say, I'm selling this. If you want it, please place the order. Delivery will be done for you. You make payment. So people place the order, then you send that order to the company or the people selling it. Now, maybe the thing is 1,000 cedis. You put a little markup on it, sell it at 1,001 or 1,002. So you make your profit. So when they place the order, you take the money, you place the order from the company, send a dispatch rider to pick the thing from the company, and boom, they deliver it to your customer. You are just facilitating it. It is a skill you got to learn. And that is another way you can make easy money. So there are many people, they are like, yeah, Nhyira, I want to start selling this. I want to start selling that. But I don't have money to start. No, you don't actually need money to start sometimes. You need wisdom to start. And again, this is where mentorship comes in, because you need a skill to be guided well. You need to build a certain level of personality, a profile where people will trust you to place the order and you will not screw them up and you will fulfill the orders and make your money. But you need skill acquisition and you got to take action. Then once you acquire a skill, you start offering the service. Certainly at the end of the day, people place the order, people request for the service, you provide them the solution. Very important. And you got to distinguish yourself as a brand. That is what I was saying earlier. You got to distinguish yourself. So as I said, you want to make more money. I was telling somebody recently, the person booked a session with me. And you can book a consultancy service or session with me if you want to pick my brain on something. Just visit our website, nhyirapremium.com/consultancy, and you can book a session with me. And the person booked a session with me, and the person was talking about it's finance issue related, and she wanted to pick my brain on a couple of things and was asking that, hey, she wanted more money, and she was like, she wanted to leave her job and get another job. But she had tried that, it's not working, and she is confused. And so we sat down, we were on the phone, right? So we had a discussion about the whole thing, and I'm like, hey, listen, you can still be in that workplace and do A, B, C, D, and you're going to get more money. And so we went through all the options available, played through all the scenarios that are available. Then we concluded on a couple of things that she has to do. And boom, like it started picking up for her. So sometimes it's not like you need a new job. That same job that you are doing, that same time that you have, you can still make more money. So sometimes it's not about, let me change a new job. Yeah, it's good. Sometimes, you have to change a job. But it's not always about changing job, because you have this device, this phone. How do you have this a smartphone like this and you can't make money? Like how? How? And some of you have the most luxurious phones. iPhone, the best of the best. Samsung, the best of the best. And all you do with it is send WhatsApp messages, Snapchat messages, make calls, and take beautiful pictures and post on social media. That's all. Then when you finish posting the picture, then you are complaining, oh, am I doing? The country is hard. The country is hard. No! Leverage the technology to make money. And there are ways you can do that. I've spoken about some of them there. And then certainly you want to make sure that you're going to innovate and develop, because as you acquire the skill and you start providing the service and you are improving yourself, there is always room for improvement. And that is why I tell people this, like, you can never say, I have finished learning. I've had students over the last decades and they are like, hey, Nhyira, you know, when I become a chartered accountant, I won't learn again. The way I've suffered to become a chartered accountant, I won't learn again. Then, sometimes, just 6 months after graduation, or a year after graduation, they will call me. Nhyira, I was thinking about this course. What do you think about it? I want to do this course. What do you think about it? I'm like, but you said you have finished learning, right? So, like, you cannot end. You cannot. So innovation, development is key. As you start making money, the best investment you can make is to invest in yourself. So as the money is coming in, make sure that you keep and invest in yourself. Read books, attend workshops, have a mentor, pay people to show you the way. Pay people to bridge the gap for you so you can become successful as fast as possible as an individual. That is how you become successful. There are some of you, the whole of this year, you've not read any book that will advance your career, that will advance your life. The whole of this year, you've not done anything. You didn't attend any workshop. You didn't pay any mentor. You have not done anything to add any value to you. You started this year the way you are, and you are ending it the way you are. Raw, no improvement, no change, no nothing. But you want more salary. You want to make more money. How do you make more money like that? How? So you got to learn. You got to improve yourself. If it is getting a second degree, go for it. If it is getting a mentor, go for it. If it is attending a workshop, go for it. If it is a conference, go for it. And the problem with many people is this, that, I don't have money. It's expensive. Really? You want to make more money, but you're not willing to invest? What's wrong with you? But you have money to buy a nice iPhone. You have money to buy a nice weave on. You have money to buy an expensive watch and put on. But you don't have money to reinvest in yourself, to increase your game, to become the best version of yourself so you can command more salary. Improve yourself. So some of you want to make more money. It's all about improving yourself. Because you can only solve bigger problems for the company based on your skills, based on how advanced you are. But you are raw. You were employed as an accountant, and you've not moved from that level yet because you've not advanced yourself. You've not learned anything new. You have not had any mentor that is a CFO or a CEO or a board chairman of a company. You've not attended any workshop. You've not done any executive MBA. You've not done anything to add any value to yourself. All you do is you take your salary, chop. Take your salary, chop. Take your salary, chop. Then you're like, I've worked for this company, sir. You have to increase my salary. Now the cost of living has increased. No companies cares about your cost of living. Companies pay you based on how much they can pay you and due to the problem you are solving for them. Nobody cares about your cost of living. Nobody asks you to live in that house you are living in. Nobody asks you to buy the car that you bought. So the company is not there to fund your life. If you want more salary from the company, then you have to prove that you are worth being paid more than you are currently being paid. And how do you do that? By advancing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. That is how you make more money. So these are a 5-step framework that you have to understand when we talk about how you can make money. Identify a problem. Do a market analysis. Analyze the size of this problem. Is there a future for this skill? Is there a future for this opportunity? Acquire the skill. Invest in yourself. Then offer the service. But as the money is coming in, don't be chopping the money by heart. Put it back into yourself. The best investment you can make as an individual is the investment in yourself. And I share this every time with my mentees that, hey, I started my career going to people's home to teach. And you go and teach people. Sometimes I'll pick a car, sit in Trotsky for maybe 1 hour or 2 hours to the destination. And I'll get to the house. By the time I get there, the child that I'm supposed to teach is not ready. And they are just doing something on their own. And I have to sit there for another 1 hour. But when the child comes, I have to still teach the child for the number of hours that I'm supposed to teach them based on the agreement. How much am I paid? Miserable amount of money. Very miserable. But that is how I started. And so when the money started coming in, I have to upgrade myself. I have to upgrade my game. I have to upgrade my skills. I have to upgrade my portfolio. I have to upgrade my brand. Today, I don't travel to anybody's house. You want a private class? It's online. Or you drive to our office and come to the office. I will teach you. And you will pay premium for it. It's not compulsory. It's either you want it or you don't want it. Because there are many others who are booking for the service. So I'm not here to beg you for the service. And it's a humble brag, if I can put it that way, that you increase, add value to yourself. So that you get to a point in time where people don't rule over you. And remember, I told you earlier about the definition of money, that one of the definitions of money is that it's a ruler. And that is how you get to that level where you add value to yourself and you command price. People want to do business with you. You mention your price and they pay. They are not negotiating. You are not begging people. You are not going after people. No, they come to you. Why? Because of how you have positioned yourself. And if you want to make more money, you got to do the same thing. Listen, for most of you, you don't have to change any job. Just what you are doing, add another layer. Increase yourself. Advance yourself. Solve a bigger problem. I still teach to this day. Same things that I will pick Trotsky for 2 hours, go and sit there, be treated miserably, and come back in various homes. That's the same thing I'm doing here. I'm doing today. I'm doing now. But in a different way. Okay? On my terms. For the most part. On my terms. And that is what you need to understand about making money. It's not about stress. Hey, you get up every morning. Hey. You queue. You are in the queue, in traffic. Hey. Come on. How much are you making, bruh? Like, how much are you making, my friend? How much really are you making? And that's the first thing about making money. Now let's get excited to the second thing. How do you keep the money? Because once you make the money, it is important you know how to keep it. And this is where a lot of people have problem. Because you see, there are people who are like, hey, Nhyira, I'm not able to save now, but I'm praying to God, if my salary increases, I can save. No. There are some of you, if they pay you $100,000 a month, you will still not be able to save anything. Why? Because of what is referred to as the lifestyle inflation. Once you start making more money, your lifestyle changes. You go buy a new car. You are now living in an expensive neighborhood. You are now using expensive phones. You have even changed your perfume. You've changed your dresses. I'm not saying these things are bad, but if you make the money and all you are doing is to spend it, you will never achieve financial freedom. You will never get to the point of financial independence. So how do you keep the money that you make? How do you do that? In my opinion, there are 4 things that you can do to keep your money. 4. The first one is tax avoidance. Stay with me carefully. Tax avoidance. You need to put in place tax planning measures so that you don't have to pay a lot of tax to the government. Tax avoidance is legal. Tax evasion is illegal. So you hear some people, there is no job in the country. We have found a way to make money. Government is coming to tax it. That is a very stupid statement, just so you know. The law didn't say government should create job so that you will make the money, then government can tax it. The Income Tax Act 2015, Act 896 as amended, states that anybody that is a resident of Ghana must pay tax on their global income. Money you make in Ghana, money you earn outside of Ghana, you have to pay tax on it as far as you are a resident of Ghana. But in that same tax law, there are what we call tax provisions, tax incentives, tax rebates, tax reliefs that you can leverage to reduce your tax liability. And that is what is referred to as tax avoidance. Now, for the most part, people are going to say, oh, it doesn't make any significant change. You have to start planning your tax when you are broke. If not, you will never become wealthy. So if you are earning 1,300, 2,000, 5,000 right now, and you are not planning your tax because you think, the change is not that much, you will never achieve financial independence because you make the money and you give all of it to the government. When in reality, that's not how money is supposed to be kept. You don't make money and give it to the government. Why do you think the companies, the multinational companies and the companies around, why do you think percentage-wise they pay low taxes? They don't want to pay any tax. It's called tax avoidance. So you have to plan your tax very well. Don't say I won't pay the tax because tax evasion is illegal. But you have to plan your tax. If you are an individual, there are a lot of tax reliefs that you can get. You are married. You have children who are going to school. You are educating yourself. You are a disabled person. All right? You are making contribution to a pension fund. All of these, you can get relief for them as an individual. Now, not all of them can be deducted by your employer because your employer cannot prepare a payroll a payroll scheme that will fit all of these things. That is why you have to file your own tax returns at the end of the year so that whatever other reliefs that you qualify for, you take them. That is tax avoidance. Every wealthy person is careful about their taxes. So educate yourself about this. Go to the Ghana Revenue Authority or HMRC in the UK or whatever the heck you are. Just go to the Revenue Authority in your country. Go to their office and ask them, this is my position. What are some benefits available for me? Sometimes the challenge is that the so-called tax officers there at the office, most of them don't even will not even educate you or let you understand that these are the opportunities you have. So that is why you need to know the law yourself, or let somebody who knows it educate you. But tax avoidance is key. You have to plan your taxes. If you're somebody who is going into business, there are a lot of tax incentives available for companies. Okay, maybe you are below 35, you want to go into business. There are tax incentives for that. Find it out, leverage on it, and build your empire and enjoy your life. You don't have to make the money and give it to the government, because 90% of that money will not end up doing anything other than running the machinery of government. They have ministers, ministries, departments, agencies, some of which you don't even know what the heck they are doing. Then they have people that they fly around. You ask yourself, what are they going to do? Nothing. And that is why businesses are willing to pay huge amounts to tax companies so that they can pay lower taxes at the end of the day. So that is one way you can keep your money. Number 2 is living within your means. Listen, this is very, very important. And that was what I was talking about earlier in terms of the lifestyle. There are some of you, when you start making money, that is where, you change your diet. You change where you eat. You change the clothes you wear. You change the way you dress. You change the phone you use. You were living in maybe a chamber and hall self-contained somewhere. Then you move to a luxury place where you are paying 3 times or 4 times of the rent because you want to show that you're Ogbo. Then you gather money. Then you go and buy a new car. Yeah, you're like, yo, Ogbo. No, that is foolishness, my guys. That's foolishness, my friends. Nobody cares about the car you are driving now. You see, wealth is not about how you appear. It's about sustainability. I want to know the lifestyle that you are living right now. If something should happen and in the next 6 months you can't work, in the next 12 months you can't work, can you live that same lifestyle that you are living right now for 6 months or 1 year without needing financial assistance? Can you? 99.9% of you may not be able to answer this question. Why? Because you are living a bloated lifestyle. You are living life beyond your means. You are driving cars you don't qualify to drive. You are living in neighborhoods you don't qualify to live in. You are wearing things, using mobile phones, living lifestyle that's above your pedigree. Listen, I am not saying don't desire good things. I am not saying don't spend your money to make you happy. I am saying that being able to achieve financial independence require you to live within your means. Drop the ego. Drop the pleasing of people. Be yourself. Just be acceptable. Whether I wear a 3-piece suit or agbada or what I'm wearing or a hoodie or whatever the heck, a polo shirt, I am still in Nhyira Premium. So I wouldn't try to go buy a suit that I can't afford now. All because I want to wear that suit so that when people see me, they'll be like, hey, Nhyira, wow, Nhyira is, yeah. 99.9% of the time, people don't even know the value of what you have on. In your head, you think you are doing something, but people don't even notice it. Yeah, they may see it, they may applaud you a little bit, but at the end of the day, you are the one crying. There are some of you park your car at the filling station and you can't fill the tank. Immediately you see the fuel prices going up by 2 pesos, 5 pesos, you start crying. Immediately your car breaks down, you are freaked out. It tells you that you don't qualify to drive that car. But because of your ego, because you want to keep up with the Joneses, because you want your friends to know that, yeah, Ogbona Natu has arrived, you are living above your means. And every time you are stressed, You take your salary, and by 10th of the month, the money is finished. Then now you are stressed out. You are stressed out. Somebody tells you something. Hey, somebody, hey, hey. You are living beyond your means. And with that lifestyle, you can never, ever achieve financial independence. Because even if you win the American lottery and you get $1 million, you get $20 million, in few years, there will be zero left. Why? Because you lack the intelligence to keep money, to keep your composure. See, the real people with money, if you see them, you may not even notice. The real people with wealth, if you see them, you may not even notice. You may just bypass them. And you wouldn't even know that this is a big shot. Because it is not in the appearance. It is not in the what I am wearing, the car I am driving. It is the peace of mind that I have. That everything is sorted. That my children are covered. That my rent is covered. That I'm not worried about any bill. That I can park my car and fill the tank. That if my car breaks down, I can take it to the mechanic. It will be fixed without me being bothered about anything. That is peace of mind. That is happiness. That is priceless. So I beg you, you are making the money, but how much are you keeping? And to make sure you are keeping the money well, you got to make sure you live within your means. Very important. Number 3, saving to invest. You see, many people save money to finance some disaster in the future. Why are you saving money? There are some of you, you save the money, you save the money, you save the money, then something happens, then you go and you remove the money and finance it. How do you achieve financial independence? There is only one reason you should save money, and that is to save the money to invest it. That's all. Now, the way you plan your life is this. You build a reserve. Sometimes it's called emergency fund. That's what I was talking to you about, 6 months expenses. That if you are out of job for 6 months, if you are out of job for 12 months, can you live the same lifestyle you are living now without needing any financial assistance? That's emergency fund. So you need to have that there. And this thing is not done overnight. So don't think about it like you have to do it today. It's not done overnight. It is done over a period of time. So you got to save some money. Have an emergency fund, which is going to cover 6 months expenses. Remember, you are living within your means already. So 6 months expenses. It's there. After that, the rest of the money, you are saving it to invest it because the money must work for you. That's where true wealth comes in. You cannot be working and be wealthy. You have to learn to let your money work for you. That is how you build wealth. So you got to save to invest. Very important. Number 4. Learn to say no. Be generous, but know your limits. You see, it is important you understand that when you start making money, people are going to approach you for financial assistance. Yeah. Everybody's problem is not going to be your problem. Somebody has gone to do something stupid somewhere. You are the one they will call to finance someone's foolishness. Someone has done something. It is your hard-earned money that they will ask for. And so you have to understand this, that when you start making money, you must learn to say no. Now, be generous, but you got to limit. You got to know your limit. A family member comes to you and be like, oh, I want money to start a business. No. Oh, really? You want money to start a business? How much money do I have to give you to start a business? How much do you want? Oh, I need 10,000. Then you go and pick your 10,000 you've saved and give it to them. Oh, I have to help them. We are all in the same family. How can you achieve financial independence? Again, I'm not saying don't be generous. Be, but you got to learn to say no. Wealthy people don't give money out like that. So the person wants 5K. Tell them you have 2K, you can give them 2K. And it is not even, you are not lending it to them. They should take this 2K and they should not ask you anything again about their business. Because you're not ready to fund anything. You have other things you have to do. It's like you are pulling people away. And in our culture here, when you start doing things like that, they'll be like, yeah, you now have money and you're now becoming arrogant. No. I worked for my money. I sweat for it. I struggled for it. I have my own bills that I have to pay. I can't ignore my bills to come and give the money to you to finance your foolishness. I can't do that. Jesus didn't say, love your neighbor and hate yourself. The scripture says, love your neighbor as thyself. So if I have a bill to pay, I am working on something myself, I am planning to do something myself, then you approach me to give you the money to go and fund your foolishness, I'm not going to give you. It doesn't make me wicked. And that is one thing you must understand. And it's one of the reasons why many people never really achieve financial independence in this part of the world, because of the responsibilities. Immediately you start making some small money now. Oh, Kofi has, you are supposed to do this. Oh, Ama, you are supposed to do this. Oh, Akosia, you are supposed to do this. Oh, yeah, you are supposed to do this. If you keep funding people's foolishness, you will never achieve financial independence. Again, I'm not saying don't be generous. You just have to know your limit. And so these are the 4 things that I want you to know about in terms of how you keep your money. Tax avoidance, important. Learn to live within your means, important. Save to invest the money, very important. And you got to learn to say no. If not, if you can do these 4 things, you will make the money and you will keep a lot of it. And once you have been able to keep a lot of the money, it takes us to the last part in my discussion. How do you multiply it? So you've saved some money. You want to invest it. Nhyira, what do I invest? Where do I put the money? What are some of the investment opportunities available? So how do you multiply the money? I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of tips about how you can make investments. So there are some key investment questions that you need to ask yourself in order for you to achieve financial independence. Question number 1. What is this opportunity about? Do I understand the company or the investment? Educate yourself. Never invest your money in things you don't understand. Never. Never. Oh, I've heard about cryptocurrency. Hey, I'm going to buy cryptocurrency. Hey, I've heard about forex trading. Hey, I'm going to do forex trading. Hey, I've heard about Bitcoin. I'm going to do Bitcoin. Hey, I've heard about government bond, treasury bill. I'm going to do it. Please, educate yourself. Invest in the thing you understand. If you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, how it works, how the market is, the volatility of the market, the risks involved, if you don't go there. They say now the new thing is real estate, and you can put your money in, and then the real estate company will give you some money at the end of every month. Read about it. Educate yourself. Don't go put your money into something you don't understand. They say there is this app. When you download the app, then you put 10 CD in it every day. And then at the end of the week, they will pay you 200% of your money. Sometimes I don't understand why when I hear some of these things, like, are you stupid like that? That is, you are wasting your money. You've worked hard for this money, and because of your greediness, you don't educate yourself and you just throw the money in there and lose everything. So you need to invest only in something you understand. That's the first thing. Number 2, what is my tax position? Avoid the wrath of the tax authority. Every investment has tax implications. All right? So if you go buy government bonds, whatever interest you get is tax deductible as an individual. So it's a good thing. All right? But if you go put that money into something else, real estate, or buy any property to sell, there's a capital gain tax 25% you got to pay on the gains that you make. So you have to ask yourself, what is my tax position here? On this investment, what is the tax position? And I've told you about taxes already. There is only one way you can build wealth and build it very fast, and is learning about your tax position. Very important. And you have to learn this at an early age. At an early age. So what is your tax position? So whatever investment you are making, you need someone to educate you about your tax position. How will this be taxed? Because remember, I told you earlier, if you're a resident of Ghana, you pay tax on your global income. So whatever you go put the money into, there will be returns on it. What is your tax position? You got to know about it. Number 3, what is the risk associated with this investment? Understand your risk appetite. It is important you know your risks. And the investment that you are going into, what is the risk associated with this investment? And a couple of things you must understand here. One is that your risk appetite is the amount of risks at a broad level that an organization or individual is willing to accept in pursuit of its strategic objective. So assuming the investment doesn't go your way and you lose that money, how will that affect you? How will you feel? So imagine you carry 100,000 cedis. Then you hear about a certain investment. Then you're going to put the 100,000 inside. Then the 100,000 is now worth 10,000. How will you feel? Will you be comfortable with it? How will you handle that loss? Very important. 2, diversification is key. So when you are going to make investment, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You need to have diversified portfolio of your investment. Again, you need education on this. You need experts to guide you on how to diversify your investment. There are people who took their pension money and they heard that, the safest investment to make is to buy government bonds. Only for the government of Ghana to come later and say, we are doing a debt exchange program. And they literally lost everything. Right? Or they have their investment delayed, slashed down. Some people have died miserably. I took my pension and I put it in that. It's a wrong investment decision. You don't say government bond is the safest investment, so I am putting all my money into government bonds. No, you need diversification. You must diversify your portfolio. Some shares, some bonds, some, real estate, some other things. Diversification. Again, you understand the business, you understand everything about the organization, you know your risk level, you diversify your portfolio. Do not put your investment into one thing. The purpose of diversification is this, so that if one doesn't work, the others will be able to save you. And so diversification is key. Then the third thing is that, that is just the example that I gave earlier. Number 4, who is behind this company or investment? Know where your money is going. You cannot just get up and say, oh, I have heard. If you download an app, you put 100 cities there every day, and then, every 1 week, they will give you 30% of the money. Again, that is not wise. It's absolute foolishness. Who is behind the company? So you've heard about forex trading, and you want to start trading. Okay, so which forex platform are you going to be trading on? You've heard about Bitcoin. How are you going to be trading in Bitcoin? Who is behind the platform? What are the stories about it? You've heard about a certain investment that somebody told you about a financial institution in Ghana, in a village somewhere, or location somewhere. Who is behind the company? You have to know about them. Why? Because people fall for many Ponzi schemes because they don't know who is behind the company. Is the company licensed by a regulator or a regulatory authority? Very important. And what is the insurance level? Because when there is a regulator, then there is also some measures in place so that in case the company goes down, the regulator can step in with the minimum assets available to be able to pay off any debts that are there. You got to know who is behind. You got to know whether the company is licensed or not. Very important. Very important. Because you need to know who are the owners, the employees, and the team behind the company. So you have to ask yourself, who is behind this company? Then certainly, how do I exist? How do I exit the disposal? So if you're no longer interested, how do you get rid of it? How do you get rid of it? So, yeah, you go buy government bonds. If you need your money, how do you liquidate it? You make some fixed deposit with a financial institution. If you're no longer interested in a fixed deposit, how do you get rid of it and get your money back? And if you want your money, how much of your money can you get? Because there are some financial institutions with some investment instruments available. If you did it for 2 years, and after 1 year you come and say you want your money, you will be punished. And they say, okay, you brought 20,000. It's for 2 years. But after 1 year, you say you want your money. We can give you 15,000. Then you're like, I brought 20,000. The money has been here for 1 year. I am expecting to have more than 20,000. Now you want to give me 15,000? Yes, because it is for 2 years. But you are taking the money early. So we can't give you even your 20,000. What you will get is 15,000. And you have to educate yourself about all of these. You need to read the print. So you don't just go to a financial institution. They will tell you that, oh, we have this investment. If you do it, you put the money down for 5 years, and then you get X amount of money. You need to read the terms and conditions and ask critical investment questions. What if I want to bow out in the first year? What if I want to go out in the second year? What if I want to go out in the third year? What if I'm no longer interested? Give me my money. What do I get? You need to find out about how you can leave this investment. The Bank of Ghana has launched gold coins. Okay, it's an investment opportunity. It's an investment instrument. Good. How does it work? Educate yourself. If you buy the gold, how do you get rid of it? Like, if you need your money, how do you sell the gold? How long will it take for the gold to be bought by the financial institutions or by the central bank? How do I go out of this investment? So before making the investment, you must know the way out. And that is life. Before making the investment, you must know your way out. And there are many of you making significant investment decisions without knowing your way out. That is not good. So you must know your way out. Very important. Very important. So what is the way out? If I'm no longer interested, what the heck do I do? Number 6, what is my net returns? Listen to me. I didn't say what is the returns. I said, what is the net returns? Be careful here. Because you will make the investment earn the income, but remember I told you some of the income you have to pay tax. And so what is your net income? What is the net returns? You must know about it. So the net returns refers to the interest or dividend receivable from an investment less taxes and other costs. So you go buy shares in a listed company. Good. They're going to pay dividend. Good. But that dividend will be subject to tax. So the net amount you get after the tax is your returns. Is it worth the money that you have invested? Again, that is why I'm saying that money is a whole thing. Each of these questions, I can actually spend a whole session for us to dive deeper into each of these things. Are you getting it? We can actually spend sessions on each of these things, diving deeper and looking at all of the, do's and don'ts, the pros and cons about all of these things. So what is the net returns? So someone tells you, oh, the best investment is to buy shares in companies. Good. What's the net returns on that? What's the risks associated with that? Yeah, you can buy the shares for 2 cedis per share. In 6 months' time, the shares will be 1.5 or 1 Ghana cedi or 80 pesos. You've lost money. The shares can also go up. You've made money. Do you understand how the stock market works? Do you understand the things that influences the share prices? Do you understand the factors that go into how the entities determine how much dividend they pay? Do you know how much tax you are supposed to pay when the company declares a dividend? Because when a listed company says, oh, we've paid out a dividend of 10 billion Ghana cedis, yeah, it's good. But there is a portion of that is going back to the government in the form of taxes. So what is your net returns? You must know about it. This is where the investor tries to answer the question, is this worth the effort? Is it worth it? Because if your net returns is small, then better keep your money rather than going to do the investment. Because if you make money, and after that, government will tax you huge amounts, and at the end of the day, there will be less, just something small, then maybe you got to keep the money or look into other investment opportunities. What is my net returns? You must know about it. Very important. And these are some of the things that I want to share with you today on how to make it, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. Money is a tool. It gets things done. Money is a key. It gives you access. Money is a defense. It makes you to do things so you don't have to worry about anything. Money is a ruler. It makes you to become independent and be free. But you got to make sure you get rid of the myth of money. Money is the root of all evil. It's a lie. Money doesn't buy happiness. It's a lie. Money will change me. It's a lie. Got to get rid of all those myths. But you got to know how to make it. When you make it, you have to know how to keep it. And that will mean living within your means. That will mean learning to say no. That will mean learning to invest or save your money to invest. Very important. And then when you now get the opportunity to make the investment decisions, know what you are investing into. Know your risk level. Know who is behind the company. Know what is your tax position. Know what is your net returns. This is what you must understand when it comes to money. And I just scratched the surface. In another episode or another session, we are going to be taking some of them, the subject matter issues, and then dive a little bit deeper into them. But this is how you educate yourself about how to make money, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Let me know if there are any questions for me on the stream. Let's see. Think I got some comments coming up. Any questions for me? Manji said, learn how to keep the money. Okay. All right. So that's coming on YouTube. Then Rapudi Alex said, my name is Alex. I'm watching from Limpopo Province, Republic of South Africa. I am blessed with your learning session. Okay. That's great to hear. Thanks for joining us. Let me know. Give me a second. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Can you check the other one for me? Yeah. So these are some rules that you need to know about money, and my goal is to help you get your money game right and go through this over and over again. Familiarize yourself with some of these things very well. Take time to educate yourself about money and know about how the game of money is played very well. If you do that, I can guarantee you, you will really achieve financial freedom. Because as I said earlier, everyone wants to have financial freedom, but only a few people know how to make that money in the first place. Now, after they make the money, just a handful of people can keep it. And of the people who keep it, only a small percentage actually know how to multiply it. And that is the rule of money. It's a spirit. It is not just about, as I showed you earlier, the dollar bills or the CDs. Like, it's not just about this. It's a whole mindset shift that you must have. And understand that there are rules, and you play by the rules and you become successful. Paul said, you are really good, sir. Thank you, Paul, for that as well. I think that's coming in on YouTube as well there. So that is it about that. And that is what I want to share with you today. Thanks very much for watching, liking the video, and sharing, because I'm seeing some of the engagement on the video. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you in another episode. Make sure you subscribe and stay connected. I'll catch you in another episode, and we will be able to go through this. I don't know, but I think I'm told there is a question here. Okay, so how do we avoid bad debt? Oh, Alex, how do you avoid bad debt? Debt is not a bad thing, but you want to only borrow money when you know you are going to use that money to do something that will bring you returns. All right. For instance, you don't borrow money for wedding. Okay. I don't care what the heck you were thinking about, but you don't borrow money for wedding. And so people borrow money because they think that at the wedding, after the wedding ceremony, people will bring them gifts, people will bring them money, then they can use that to go and pay the debt. Only for them to finish the wedding and realize that people just came to chop. And so they didn't get a lot of money. Then now, the after wedding, which is the honeymoon, which is supposed to be enjoyed, which is supposed to be chilling time, which is supposed to be fun time, debtors are calling. So how do you avoid bad debt? Don't borrow money to finance expenditures that will not give you any returns. When you are borrowing money, it means you are using it to finance something that will bring you returns. There are some financial advisors who even suggest that don't even borrow money at all. I'm not in that school of thought. Debt is a good thing. But if you can borrow it and use it on an income generating thing and not use it to fund certain lifestyle, then you can avoid it. So how do you avoid bad debt? Do not borrow money to finance any lifestyle expenditure. You don't borrow money to, as I said, wedding. You don't borrow money to buy a new phone, which you are not going to use for anything other than, flex. Why? So that is what I would say there for you, Alex. The way you avoid bad debt is make sure you don't get into debt for the wrong reason. Yes, you can borrow money. That is mortgage for a house. People do that. Borrow money, start a business. It's not advisable, but if you have your game done right, it can turn into a fortune for you. So borrow money to finance things that will equally bring you money. That is how you avoid bad debt. Imran said, my greetings from Nigeria, sir. Greetings to you, Imran, for joining us on the stream as well today. Alex, let me know if your question has been answered and you are okay with the explanation that I gave you in that case. Then let me see if I can pull up other comments here. I don't know. Let's see. It's not coming on. But it's showing on your end. Okay. I don't know. All right. So that's it about that. Thanks for watching. Really grateful for taking the time and joining us on the stream. As I said, make sure you subscribe and stay connected. Like the page, share the video, and stay connected. We're going to be having more of these sessions towards the end of the year to help you to really plan your financial life going into the next year so that you can really achieve financial freedom. I believe that if you learn about money, you can live a better life, because when you know how to make it, you know how to keep it, you know how to multiply it. That is the best gift you can give yourself, and that is the best gift that you can give your children and the people you love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.